completed and conducted by two resource person on cybersecurity. So today, this is the third lecture. Ghanshyam Pandey ji is the resource person of this lecture. And the previous two lectures, the many learners have participated, these learners, and both lectures are very interesting. So without wasting much time, I request our director, sir, to welcome our resource person and to say few words about this Industry Connect lecture.
Good morning to everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Industry Connect program organized by School of Computer Science and IT. Our school offers a wide range of academic programs, including PhD, MCA, MSc in IT and in cybersecurity. We offer BCA also, and we offer many diploma and certificate programs. We are proud of our large alumni base across the central and state government departments, leading MNCs, and as successful entrepreneurs. The vision behind this Industry Connect initiative is to build a strong bridge between academia and industry. As technology and job role evolves rapidly, we want our learners to stay informed, skilled, and industry ready. This program aims to expose them to real-world insights, emerging trends, and career opportunities directly from industry professionals. I am glad to share that not only our open and distance learning students, but also the learners enrolled in our MOOCs from across the country are participating in today's event. I thank our industry partners for their presence and valuable support. Special thanks to our expert for the session, Mr. Ghanshyam Pandey ji, for sparing his valuable time. I look forward to an engaging and inspiring session for all our learners. Thank you and a warm welcome once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I request our faculty member, Mr. Ashish Joshi ji, to say few words and introduce our resource person of today's lecture and then conduct the session. Ashish, please, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to all respected dignitaries, faculty members, students, and industry professionals. It gives an immense pleasure to welcome you all to this special Industry Connect program organized by Uttarakhand Open University, which aimed at bridging the gap between academia and the industry. आज हमारे बीच एक ऐसी पर्सनैलिटी प्रेजेंट है जिन्होंने साइबर सुरक्षा के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट योगदान दिया है, मिस्टर घनश्याम पांडे, जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी लीड हैं कोर फोर्स में। श्री घनश्याम पांडे जी का एक छोटा सा हम विवरण देते हैं कि श्री घनश्याम पांडे जी का संबंध अल्मोड़ा उत्तराखंड से है। उन्होंने अपनी प्रारंभिक शिक्षा राजकीय इंटर कॉलेज काफलीगढ़ से प्राप्त की। इसके बाद उन्होंने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग में डिप्लोमा काशीपुर से तथा इंजीनियरिंग डिग्री इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के इंस्टीट्यूट संत लोंगावाल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी पंजाब से प्राप्त की। With over 12 years of experience in the cybersecurity domain, Mr. Pandey has worked with renowned organizations like Hudson Bay, TCS, Wipro, and Blue Dart and DHL. Currently working at Coreforce, which is formerly known as NITT Technologies, which is an Indian multinational information technology company based in Noida, India, and New Jersey and United States. He is leading key initiatives in security architecture and strategic planning. आपकी विशेषता साइबर सिक्योरिटी आर्किटेक्चर में है और आपका अनुभव न केवल आपके टेक्निकल नॉलेज को शो करता है बल्कि इंडस्ट्री को भी अंडरलाइन करता है। The aim of this Industry Connect program is to provide a valuable opportunity for our students and scholars to gain practical insights directly from experienced professionals like Mr. Pandey ji. तो हम आशा करते हैं कि ये सेशन सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए बहुत यूजफुल होगा, बहुत लाभकारी सिद्ध होगा. On behalf of Uttarakhand Open University, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to Mr. Ghanshyam Pandey, and we are truly grateful for his presence and willingness to share his knowledge with us. तो अब किसी देरी करे हुए बगैर हम आज के सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं और वेलकम करते हैं डॉक्टर पांडे जी का. सर, इट्स टू यू मिस्टर घनश्याम पांडे सर. थैंक यू.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for this warm welcome. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you again. Thanks for this warm welcome. I'll start with my introduction. I'll quickly introduce myself. Right. So my name is Ghanshyam Pandey. I have started, as you have already mentioned, that Government Inter College Kafliger. I have started my journey. So I have started from Saraswati Sishu Mandir, then Saraswati Vidya Mandir, then Inter College. I have completed my 12th from Almora Inter College, Almora, IIC Almora. Then I have moved to Kasipur for this Polytechnic. I have done my Polytechnic from Electronics Engineering from 2007 to 2010. Then I have given for the lateral entry exam, and then I have moved to Longowal, Punjab for my further engineering. So I have completed my engineering in 2013. After that, I have started my professional journey in Delhi NCR. So I've started with Blue Dart, where I'm working with as an network engineer. And then I have moved with Wipro, TCS, Hudson Bay, and currently I'm working with Foods. So it's a long journey. Like I have worked with different companies. Almost I can say I have worked with more than 50 projects so far, with different the territories. You can say I have worked with US clients, I have worked with UK, or I have worked with Canadian, or maybe like all over the globe. We have worked with our different clients from our different companies like TCS, Wipro. Previously I was with Hudson Bay, and now I'm working with Kofos. So this is all about me. I'll present my screen. Just quickly let me know if that is visible to everyone. So please
Yes,
confirm if it is visible.
it is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll keep this thing open to see who is speaking. Okay. So this session, I was thinking like what to share with the students who are currently in the masters in cybersecurity, or they are in learning IT technologies these days. So I have chosen this threat intelligence in cybersecurity. Okay, so because currently we have multiple things in cybersecurity, all companies or all institutions are investing lots of money in cybersecurity. They are trying to protect their infrastructure, they are trying to protect their businesses, their values, their the assets, with different the tools like security tools, maybe you can say SOC tools, maybe SIM, EDR, email security, or maybe different tools, right? So all these approaches are in our terms, like in the industry practices, we are saying these are the reactive approaches, right? So I'll say if we do not have any threat intelligence ready, or if we do not have any threat intelligence team who is sharing the data related to threats, or who are doing a real-time analysis in the dark web, in the open internet, or maybe in the premium tools which we have from different companies, that will be, little advantage of using this threat intelligence, right? So in this connect, we will understand like the phishing alerts, or maybe the malware, or how the social engineering, the hackers are using these tricks, and the importance of like these methods to safeguard from these attacks, right? And next, we will be understanding little about the dark web and the data breaches from different industries which they have faced from, the different threat actors, or maybe you can say different hackers group. Yeah. So this is all about me. I'll try to make this interactive. If you have any questions, anytime you can just pause me and you can ask your questions. Anyone, I am happy to answer your questions, guys. Okay. Okay. So just this is the overview of the threat intelligence, right? So threat intelligence is like similar to the police department, right? So in police departments, we have different intelligence uh, units, right? So who provide intelligence from different sources. Like this maybe we can think that this is a thief, or maybe this is the person who can do something wrong in any of the area, right? So similarly, we also follow this thing in the threat intelligence, in the cybersecurity space. So threat intelligence is something like to collect, analyze, or the threats related data. If we are getting something from the threat intelligence groups, so we have to analyze, or we have to collect that data, and we have to keep ourselves ready to defend from those cyber attacks, right? So suppose I'll give you an example. Suppose someone is trying to hack Uttarakhand Open University, right? So we can search over the internet, we can search over the dark net, what all people are talking about Uttarakhand Open University, what all the threat actors are trying to get the server detail, or maybe how they are trying to extract more information from Uttarakhand Open University or something like that, right? So how our web content is available over the internet, how my website is placed, how my the public facing servers are available, right? So those informations hacker are trying to collect, and those informations are readily available over the internet, because lost if see, this is the main tagline for the internet, right? If something is available over the internet, or something is available over the web, that is that can be hacked anytime, right? So this is the case, right? So if we have to protect ourselves, if we are exposing ourselves over the internet, right? So this is the just overview about threat intelligence. We have to collect the data in terms of you can say IP addresses, you can say in terms of hashes, in terms of domain, or in terms of the email addresses, right? So this is the high level threat intelligence data which we can get it, and then we can safeguard ourselves from those threat actors, right? I'll pause here, guys. Any questions from anyone? I can say someone is trying to draw something in this sheet. Uh, any questions from anyone? Okay, I'll take this pause as a no. Okay, so the next term is cyber threat landscape. Okay, so the cyber threat landscape is like the the width of the any of the organization, right? So suppose I'll take an example of only Uttarakhand UOU. So in UOU, suppose we have some web servers, we have some applications, right? We have some email servers, we have some websites which are exposed to the internet, right? So this is the landscape, the entire landscape of the Uttarakhand Open University, which we have to save from the cyber threats, right? Because these cyber threats are continuously, they are evolving, they are using new methods, because now AI is also evolving in the market. So the threat actors are using different methods to try to gain access of the companies, or maybe to the organizations, or maybe the institutions which they are trying to hack, right? So this is the landscape. We have to limit our landscape to uh, cover it from the cybersecurity perspective, right? So we have to check in our servers, like which port are openly exposed to the internet, or we have to check in our website, like from OS to top 10, what all controls and measure can be placed to secure our websites or the web related content, right? So this is the definition of the landscape, right? So how much width we have for the organization. Yeah, so this is about the landscape. Yeah, so now we will talk about the phishing attacks, right? So phishing attacks are commonly being used these days. See,
Hello.
because yes, please, if anyone is speaking.
Sir, may I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, sir, as you said, like the attackers are taking our data on the dark web. So if we do have a if we do have a SIM tools and the firewall, the UTM that we are using for organization, so sir, how they are taking our data on the dark web? So that is my query.
I didn't hear you properly. If you can repeat your question, please, and
Okay.
try to speak a little clear, please.
Okay, right, sir. Sir, I am saying, sir, as you said now, the threat intelligence about, so you said like the attackers are taking our data on the dark web, like they are taking our services. So, sir, if the organizations do have the firewall and the SOC and the SIM tools, and we do have the UTM also, so how they are getting our access to our organization? That I'm asking.
Yes, so I'll give you an example. So there are I have added some slides related to those breaches in the next this PPT, but I'll tell you because there are, if we are putting the EDR, right? If we are putting any SIM solution, if we are putting email security, everything, right? So every
Right, sir.
time there is a gap, right? Because
Okay.
companies are purchasing those devices, right? So they are going for the email security, they are buying EDR solution, they are buying any solutions, right? But they are not configuring those email security solutions or those EDR solutions, how those need to be reacted in the time of attack, or in terms of if any malicious hashes is there in the environment, right? So see, these devices are just working based on the signature based, right? So suppose we'll talk about EDR solution, right? So if you are working professional, so you are aware about this EDR solutions. We have CrowdStrike,
Right.
we have Defender, we have Symantec, or we have different solutions, right? So all those are working based on the signature based. If
Right,
those
sir.
signatures are available over the internet, right? like true positive or like false positive kind of thing. So if I'll say I have a exe file which is for my any of the true positive kind of thing. Suppose I have built a exe file. I have whitelisted that hash file in the EDR solution, right? So that will be worked as a legitimate hashes, right? So if those hashes are not legitimate, or if those hashes are not considered as a legitimate, those can come inside in the environment if those signatures are not updated in the environment, right? So suppose I have CrowdStrike EDR tool, and we have 10 hashes which are whitelisted, and some hashes which are totally new, right? So those are whitelisted, or nor those or those are not blacklisted, right? So those can come inside, and those can try to steal your data, or try to do some bad thing in your environment, right? So hackers are very smart these days. What they are doing, they are trying to find their vulnerabilities in your systems. Then they are trying to breach, or trying to exfiltrate that vulnerabilities by their advanced tools. Then they are trying to steal the data from the companies, right? So most of the times, in my experience, I have seen the breaches from phishing attacks. I have seen breaches from the devices which are vulnerable, or you can say those are not patched properly, right? Or you can say mostly through the social engineering attack as well, right? So the hacker are trying to uh, convince to the people, like they are known to us, they want their username, they want their password, and they request to reset their MFAs. Then only all these things happen, right? So ultimately, if I'll summarize your questions, so human is the most important chain to safeguard from all these attacks, or all these phishing methods, or maybe the ransomware methods, or the social engineering methods, right? So human can stop these things by by, you can say, the training programs, or by having some more intelligence uh, against those cyber attacks. I hope I answer your question, Manu.
Right, sir. Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. But still, if those hackers get the data, they try to sell this data in the dark web. And in dark web, we have different forums where the people are trying to get the data, and then they are using this data for further attacks, like phishing attacks, or maybe further those attacks with help of that breached information. Yeah. Yeah. So coming back to the topic, the phishing attack. So phishing attack is like the hacker try to steal the data, like your personal information, your email addresses, your passwords, your mail IDs, right? So then what they do, they sell the data in the dark web, or they sell the data in different platforms to use it further for advertisement, or for the further hacking related activities. Yeah. Yeah, this is the malware attack. Like malware is like someone will try to put some kind of malicious things in the existing software or the new software to damage the system related performance, or maybe to steal your data, right? So it can be transferred some data to any CNC servers, or maybe you can say command and controls. And the person Manu has asked, like the how EDR works, right? So these all works on the signature based, right? So if EDR solution have signatures, that will be blocked automatically, right? If they do not have any known signatures, if they are unknown, then they might be blocked, or sometime it might be not, right? So due to that, sometime hackers get the access of the environment and try to steal the data from the industries, right? Similar to the ransomware, if we talk about ransomware, so in ransomware attack, a kind of exe or a kind of different methods they are using. Once you are clicking on those URLs or some kind of malicious exe file, that will encrypt your entire system, or that will encrypt your entire machine or entire software for that particular time period. And then they will be asking for the ransom or maybe some kind of payments to release that system from that encryption, right? So they will ask you for some money through any digital currency like bitcoins or something. And once you will be paying that, then they will be providing a key to decrypt the data. Once that key will be added, that decryption can be performed. So I have one question here. If anyone can tell me that how can we prevent ransomware attack, or anyone can tell me any mitigation plan if I am exposed to the ransomware attack? Yeah, anyone, any wrong answer is also fine. I'm good to
By
hear
reversing,
correct and wrong answers. Yes, Rudra.
sir, by reverse engineering, we can easily avoid ransomware attack.
Okay. Okay. Any other answer?
Network hardening.
Correct.
Sir, in that scenario, can we have the backup server on the attack, or just one server for the ransomware attack?
Correct. Any more answers, please?
The active firewall in the Synscape tool, but in the Simulate there is no need.
Sir, by providing
Sorry, if you can speak again, because it was a background noise and I was not able to hear you properly. Okay, so see, that is fine. I got all your answers. So thanks for that. See, if ransomware attack is there, those network hardening or those firewall rules or those, that patching and everything is the preventive measure, right? So that will help in the future ransomware attack, right? Once I have a ransomware attack, my system is logged, I'm not able to do anything. That only backup can help. Akash has answered that backup one. So if I have backup in my servers or for my systems or for my laptops or for my storage devices or for any XYZ devices, right? So if backup is readily available and that backup is happening in every day or like every 6 hours or every 12 hours, that only backup can help to mitigate or to help from to you can say re-image your systems from the current level, right? So if backup is not there, then definitely I have to pay the ransom, the ransom amount to the hackers. Then only this thing can be released, right? So backup was the correct answer. Rest answer was also correct, but those answers from the preventive measure, right? That is kind of a reactive approach to check my firewall rules, to check my patches are available or not, if my system is properly hardened, if my user access or if my other things are already placed. Okay. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for that. So the next is social engineering attack. So social engineering, it's try to exploit the psychology of the human, right? So what the threat actors are doing, they are calling you. I think most of the people, most of the students who are here who can relate from this thing, right? So most of us, we are getting different calls from the persons who are telling you that I'm calling from this bank and I have your account. If you can share your ID, or if you can share your bank numbers, or maybe account numbers, or the CVV, or maybe your the internet password, right? So those all are the social engineering attacks. So I'll ask everyone if few can share their experiences on the social engineering attacks, right? So we can just discuss more about this. So anyone who can tell us if they have received any kind of calls for these social engineering kind of attacks for your bank passwords, or for your bank account detail, or for any other details, or maybe other Paytm related amounts that they have mistakenly given some money to you, and you need to share that money back to that person, or
Yes,
something
sir.
like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other person who can tell us that if they have received something?
Yes, so once it happened that I got a call from someone and they told me that they have to give money to my father, like some 2000 or something. And then they told me that I have sent you money and because your father gave me your number. And then he sent me a message that I have by fault sent you 20,000. Now you should give me the 18,000 money back. And he actually did give me a message, but I didn't receive any such message on my GPay. And then I talked to my father. I asked him, and he has his own GPay account, so it was kind of fishy. So my mother asked him that tell us my father's name, and that's where he got hesitant, and then he cut the call.
Okay, any other guys? I cannot hear you properly if you're speaking. Okay. So why I am asking this question to you all, because this is all happening in the industries as well, right? So what hackers are doing, they are receiving because in LinkedIn, or maybe in different platforms, right? Everyone is exposing their information, right? So someone is trying to put in your LinkedIn that they are working in this company, or someone trying to put their updates in their Facebooks. Guys, if you're not speaking, please can you put yourself on mute? Okay, so this is all also happening in the industries as well. So what hackers are doing, they are getting some details from the open internet about the people who are working in the companies. Then they are, because everyone know that uh, most of the companies are using Azure AD accounts, right? So those accounts have some email addresses, password, and some MFAs are there, right? So they are trying to put some like they are trying to play with these psychology of these service desk users, right? And they are asking to the service desk person that I am calling this person. My first name is this one. My second name is this one. I forgot my email account. Can you please share my email account? Then once they are sharing their email account, then they are asking for the password. And then this, if service desk guys are not very intelligent, then it is easy to expose, right? So those credential can be given, then the MFA, right? So multi-factor authentication is also there. I think you all are using for your personal things or for any of the login related things. So then MFA also can be re-registered, right? So the hackers are using these techniques these days to get the data, right? So once they are able to log in the environment, right? So they can extract anything from the that infrastructure, right? So they can get the full user detail, they can get the full their passwords, their personal detail, servers detail, what all things are happening in the environment, right? So Manu was asking the question previously, right? So how EDR, how SIM, and how these email security solutions are failing, and the hackers are trying to get insight to the environment, right? So social engineering and phishing are also playing the big role every time in every breach, right? So these are the main things every time for any of the large data breaches where the social engineering is playing the crucial role, right? So for this mitigation, we have to be very smart, right? Our service desk team need to be very expert on those things, right? So they have to ask multiple questions to the persons if they are asking for their username and password, right? Because every time service desk has some set of questions to ask to the persons, like their father's name, or maybe their some their previous password, or maybe their previous email address, their manager's name, or maybe their manager's name, kind of thing, right? So I'm trying to relate, Kanika, your phone calls with the industry standards, how the hackers are putting their efforts in the industries.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will talk about a little dark web. So before dark web, I will be moving to this slide. Uh, okay. So currently, which we are accessing over the Google, right? So that is the surface web, right? So that is publicly available websites. Those are easily available. You are searching Uttarakhand Open University, or you are searching your, the semester's related result, or maybe something like that, right? So all these things are available over the internet. So that is the surface web, right? So this is only a little data, right? So only you can say the overall 20% on the surface web, right? Rest we have deep web and dark web. So in deep web, so mostly we have websites that those are privately used, right? So those can be accessed through the Tor network, or maybe there are some different tools which or maybe some VPNs are needed, because those websites or those just search engines are not available over the internet, right? So if someone is trying to use, or someone is trying to access the deep web and dark web, so we need some specific tool, right? So maybe if you are the cybersecurity student, so you guys are having a little knowledge about the Tor browser, right? So anyone can tell here if they have used Tor, or if not, or maybe how they have used the Tor browser for searching anything, right? So anyone can answer. Akash, you can see your hand is raised.
Yes, sir. Actually, I previously experienced about the Tor networks. I used to, when I completed my 12th, browsing the Tor networks. So some things was ridiculous, but changed my mind. When I searching for the dark web websites, they're not listed in the direct search. You have to visit some websites and you have to identify where is the actual link of the dark website. And the fun part is in Surface Web, you can easily create an account and access the website data. But in the dark web, you're not able to create a account directly. You have some connections, giving some bitcoins or some ransoms to their persons. Then we will approve your accounts. Then you have to significant rights, not all rights of that
Correct.
account.
Correct. Any other thoughts from anyone? Anyone tried to get into the Tor network, or maybe anyone trying to see like how the Tor works? What is the dark web? What is the deep web? If anyone has searched over the internet, anything?
Sir, it has helped to access the websites which was blocked by the government and ISP, sir.
Okay. Okay. So see, I'll tell you now. So what is happening, right? So in Surface Web, all the legitimate things are happening. Like I'll not say all legitimate, but most of the things are happening in legit way, right? So like you can say 50% are 50% people are using the Surface Web in a good way. 50% are not using Surface Web as a not in that a good manner, right? So that is a different topic to debate. But in deep web and dark web, all like private databases. Suppose I have given you an example of the social engineering attack, right? So what hacker will do the social engineering attack. They will steal the data from the industry or the companies. They will go to the dark web and the deep web. They will sell these personal informations of yours, your name, your email ID, your passwords, your addresses, your any XYZ detail which hackers try to get from that attack, or maybe those ransomware attack, or maybe those social engineering or those phishing attack, right? Then because that is the hub of those bad activities, right? Bad activities like the private databases is there, or the illegal activities are there, right? So then the further hackers group or the hacker activists are joining there. They are trying to purchase the data in some bitcoins or whatever medium they are using to sell this data. Then further they are using the data to share the phishing emails, or share the phone calls to you, or share further use the data for the further attacks, right? So this is being used in the deep web and dark web, right? So most of the illegal activities are being done in the deep web and dark web. I'll say these are not easily available, the deep web and the dark web. I'm sorry. Uh, uh, okay. So the deep web and dark web data is not easily available. So don't try to access those data, or don't try to use or do things before having a proper experience. Otherwise, you can leave your traces there and you can be caught, right? Because everything is, if you are using your mobile network, or if you are using your ISP network, and if you are able to get insight to the dark web related website, then you can be traceable, right? So in industries, I'll give you now this thing from the industry perspective. So we have some tools. If anyone heard, if anyone here from the industry, so we have some tools like Recorded Future. We have some tools like SOC Radar, like the threat intelligence premium tool, right? Which are which are crawling the data from the dark web, and they are providing the alerts or the intelligence about your specific environment, right? So suppose I'll give you an example. I bought a premium threat intelligence tool that is Recorded Future. Now I want to monitor Uttarakhand Open University on the dark web, right? So I'll put some keywords. I'll put some, my logo. I'll put my Uttarakhand Open University, top the director's detail, right? Because most of the time it start from the C-level executives, right? The CEO, CFO, COO, CDO, right? CHRO, right? So all those big the profiles targeted every time, right? So you can also monitor your the C-level executives. You can, yeah. Anyone saying anything?
Join afterwards.
I cannot hear you properly. If I'm not sure if it is for me only or if other are able to hear Prakriti. So anyone can tell this question to me. Can you speak again? Okay, so we can get the question in the later time once we will be finishing the slide. So yeah, so I was telling about the tools, right? So those tools are providing all the dark web related data as well. Suppose I'll give you an example. Someone hacked, someone tried to get some personal's data from the Uttarakhand Open University, right? And they have added the data in the dark web, right? So what my tool does, the tool will crawl the data from there and that will inform me that this email address is available in the dark web. Please take necessary actions, right? So these all the tools are doing. Or suppose someone is trying to create a fake domain of the Uttarakhand Open University and trying to share some phishing emails to the Uttarakhand Open University persons that this is the legitimate website or this is the legitimate email. Please share your login this website, or please share your email password, or share your bank accounts, or share your money transfer, or share your fees, right? So your academic fees to this account or something like that, right? So those all things also can be tracked through that threat intelligence piece, right? So that is available for all these three things, right? So those premium threat intelligence tool can help to get the data from the surface web, that can help from the deep web, that can help from the dark web. Any questions? So I'll go
What
back
is the
to
difference between dark web and the deep web?
see dark web and deep web both are same, right? So deep web means after surface we can reach out through some search engines, maybe you can say Tor or something like some to get the to go to till a little more, right? But dark web is like the totally hidden part where everything is illegal to go, all illegal things are happening there, right? So you can reach till the deep web sometimes, but dark web is totally dark for everyone, right? So it's hard to go there if you do not have particular access, or if you do not have particular experience to use those tools or use those VPNs to get inside the dark web.
So is it like we can access deep web using like Google docking and tools?
Yeah. No, not from the Google docking. You can get the websites, right? Because Google will also not allow some time for those deep web related websites, because mostly, most of ISPs will be blocking those IPs and URLs, right? Because those URLs and URI are not similar to the google.com, right? So they have a different URI or URLs, right? So mostly those will be blocked. But yes, sometime you can get the data from the Google Docking that yes, these websites are available. But the hackers are very smart these days, right? So once you will getting the information from Google Docking or something like that, they will get to know that someone has crawled your the data, right? Because those bots are everywhere available, right? So those are just counting the transactions, like who came to us for crawling the data, right? They will quickly change their URL and URI, so that URL which you will be finding from the Google Doc, most of the time it will be not available over the internet, or that will not available in the deep web as well.
So here going to clear.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, how do hackers exploit the dark web tools, sir? And how can cybersecurity experts counter them, sir?
See, deep web and dark web, I already told you that that is already, that out of the scope, right? Because as a security expert, we have to safeguard our environment, right? To safeguard our environment, we have to put all the security measures. We have to harden our devices. We have to patch our devices. We have to make sure that all my vulnerabilities are patched. All my devices are totally up to date, right? So those things we can maintain as a cybersecurity expert. Whatever is happening in dark web, let them do, what they are trying to do, right? But if I am keeping safe my environment by putting all the things, all the informations, then no need to worry about these things. Yeah. So dark web is unlimited, right? We cannot control those things. Yeah.
Okay, sir, and what are the common vulnerabilities, sir?
Common vulnerabilities, we can get it from your you know uh, just give me 1 second. uh, just give me 1 second, guys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm sorry for
Did IP leakage comes under that vulnerabilities on dark web?
sorry, there was one previous question. Can you please repeat
Yeah,
again?
same answer, same question. Madam is asking about vulnerabilities on dark web, right?
Okay.
So is IP leakages comes under that?
Vulnerabilities, there are two different things, right? Vulnerabilities is like we have some servers. Suppose I'll give you an example, right? So suppose I have a Windows 11 laptop, right? In Windows 11 laptop, I have Chrome browser. In Chrome browser, there is some vulnerabilities which are there over the internet, right? And SRK, you have not patched that vulnerabilities, right? Some hacker got to know from the reconnaissance step that this person has something vulnerable. They try to reach out to you through any phishing email, through any social engineering attack, or through any of the XYZ things, right? So those things they have reached out to you. Once they have reached out to you via these methods, and accidentally you have done click on the phishing link, or you have share your details through social engineering methods, then your data somehow it will be exposed to that hacker, right? Maybe your name or your email ID or password, or maybe any XYZ information, right? Now once the data will be presented over internet, right, or maybe in the dark web, or maybe in the any of the open source threat intelligence tools, right? What we will be getting, we will be getting like this hackers group has published the data for this particular industry or this particular person, right? Then what we will do, we will do a search of that particular threat actor, what the threat actor it is, how he is involved in the different attacks, right? And what all attacks they have performed, what all methods they are using, what all software or exes are being used, right? What all IP addresses are available over the internet from those hackers are trying to attack to the different companies or different peoples, right? So all these details we will be getting from there. The IP addresses, the IOC's detail, maybe the hashes, or if they have tried you, they have shared you any phishing email, so their domain related information, their email related information, right? So all these will be considered as a IOC, right? So IOCs are indicator of compromise, right? So this is the IP things which you are telling SRK, right? So that we have to find out. As a threat intelligence expert, we have to search this information, we have to do the threat modeling, and then we have to come to in the ground with this information that these are the IOCs available. We should block these IOCs in the environment to safeguard our industry or safeguard our infrastructure. I hope
Sir, if we have a system like dark web and there are no tracking, no cookies in the dark web, then how will the hackers? I mean, there will be no possibility of hacking in that case. So we all should use dark web, right?
I never tell that anyone should use the dark web, right? So I already told that dark web is not easily accessible. First, dark web and deep web is not available for public use, right? All illegal things are being taking places in the dark web and deep web, right? So this is just a thought, but that is not a practical thing which you are saying. It cannot be like that everyone will be placed themselves in the dark web and no one will be able to access yourself. Yeah, this is only the assumption. Everyone thinks like that. If I'll put myself in the dark web, no one will see me. But I already told you that all the hackers are already there in the deep web and dark web. They are doing all the illegal activities there. So if you will put yourself, then that will be little easy for them to track you. Akash, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, little bit more things I'm add on this. पहले जो इन्होंने कहा था कि हैकर्स वेब ऐप यूज करते हैं बट एनोनिमस रहने के लिए, बट फिर भी वो हैक हो जाते हैं. तो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर सपोज करो मैंने कोई सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी है, हमने कोई सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया, हमने कस्टमर को जो सॉफ्टवेयर दिया वो तो उनके रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से हमने दिया, बट हमारे पास जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो हमें पता है कि हमें कैसे यूज करना है, उसके कोडिंग्स क्या है, उसके सेगमेंट्स क्या है और उसका वर्क फ्लो क्या है. अगर मुझे प्रॉपर वो पता है तो मैं किसी भी वर्क फ्लो में कहीं भी इंटरप्शन कर सकता हूँ. तो एज ऑफ नाउ की डीप वेब में भी वही सीन है. डीप वेब आप पूरा अंडरस्टैंड अगर कर लेते हैं, या पूरा अंडरस्टैंड तो आज तक शायद ही कोई कर पाया होगा, तो उसको हर एक चीज पता है, हर एक वर्नेबिलिटीज डार्क वेब की पता है. और डार्क वेब एक्चुअली फुल ऑफ वर्नेबिलिटीज. आपको कहीं नहीं पता कि उसमें सेफ गार्ड कहाँ है, और हकीकत में डार्क वेब में कोई सेफ गार्ड नहीं है. आप खुद अपने सेफ गार्ड हो. आपने कैसे अपनी प्राइवेसी कॉन्फ़िगर की है, वीपीएन कैसे कॉन्फ़िगर किया है, लोकेशन कैसे कॉन्फ़िगर की है, कैसे आप एनोनिमस रहते हो, वो आप पे डिपेंड करता है. That's
Yes, the correct word which Akash has used, the anonymous, right? So you have to be anonymous because you have heard most of the time, right? The anonymous threat actor or the anonymous person, right? So that anonymous can be, you can be anonymous when you are experienced, right? If you are a kind of the hacker bees, then it is not. Yeah, SRK, please.
We have different cloud services, right? Microsoft 365 Defender, Sentinel, and cloud is talking about IAMs. So all these things can't help us to overcome these issues or problems caused by dark web. As a part of threat intelligence, can't organization cannot implement all these things to secure the employees' data or customers' data or companies' data.
Yeah, I got a question. So, see, Defender, Sentinel, Microsoft, see, everyone has their set of threat intelligence data, right? But the dark web data is totally different. That's why every time there will be a new kind of sophisticated attack, right? EDR will give you only the signature based related things. You have Defender, that is totally perfect, but that will use or that will be used only for the signature which are available in the Microsoft lab, right? Because that EDR solution is syncing with this Microsoft lab every time, right? So if they have any signature or new signature or the old signature in the blacklist and the allow list IP, those will be synced accordingly, right? But most of the companies are selling their data in two ways, right? Some in the premium manner or some in the like in the normal way, right? So Microsoft Threat Intelligence, they have also the threat intelligence, right? So they are selling it in a different way. So they can just give you an alert about the thing, right? Suppose there is a hack. Suppose I'll give you an example, which you have told me that you have IAM from Microsoft, right? So identity and access management, you are using Azure AD, correct? So in Azure AD, suppose SRK has logged in one day from Chennai and another day from Mumbai, or maybe third day from Bengaluru. Then your IAM tool can easily pick that up and it can share to you that alert, right? That you have logged in from the three different locations and please investigate, right? So again, I'm saying there are two things, proactive and reactive, right? So use cases are there which are throwing the alerts based on their test definition. So that is kind of a reactive thing, because if a hack or attacker is already inside in your environment, then only that alert will be triggered, right? But threat intelligence is a proactive approach, right? Suppose your company name is XYG, right? So some hackers has created a fake XYG domain, right? The time when the hacker will create the fake XYG domain, the premium threat intelligence tool will give you an alert, right? Prior to getting a phishing email in your email box from that fake domain, SRK. Getting this statement?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so see, just think about it, right? So in our police department or in our those forces, we have some intelligence, right? So this is the similar kind of intelligence, reactive and proactive, right? So security is already there. We have purchased EDR, we have purchased SIM, we have purchased my email security, we have purchased all those those devices and tools, right? But all these are for the reactive things. For the proactive, we should have some intelligence in placed in our environment to to be one step ahead before the attack. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Pandey. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So dark web threats, so which we discussed, like the stolen data is being sold out. They are selling the data, and criminals are using the personal things. and malware are also being created, right? So see, this is the group of the hackers in the dark web, right? So some new groups are also joining the big groups of the hackers. Then they are creating some malware for the hacking related activities. So they are creating the malwares. They are distributing those malwares with the help of the big groups. So these all are friendship things are also happening in the deep web and dark web, right? From the new threat actors or from the existing well settled threat actors, right? So this is all happening. This same thing which we discussed, right? The stolen credential and the criminal activities, which are happening in the dark web and which we can get from the premium threat intelligence tool, right? So now I have added few data breaches in past, right? Which we can see like how those data breaches happened in the industries and how we can safeguard ourselves from those data breaches, right? So in 2013, there is one company Target that data breach happened, right? So that data breach happened through a phishing email, right? So that phishing email was anyone saying anything, please? Okay. Okay, so that data breach was started from the phishing email, right? So one phishing email was initiated to the company, and accidentally that employee has clicked on that phishing email, and then that hackers got the access, and then the impact is already written there, right? The 40 million credit card numbers were stolen. Multi-factor authentication and endpoint protection could have prevented it, right? They were not using MFA properly, and their EDR solution is not up to date that time, right? So it's not like, again, in the first question from Manu, right? So we have all the devices, we have purchased this thing, we have invested lots of money in our cybersecurity solution, but it should be properly configured, right? If those will not be properly configured, then that is totally waste, right? If multi-factor authentication is not for all people and not applied for all the employees, then it is totally waste, right? If we are keeping a loop or a loophole for only one employee itself, that is also a big risk, right? So this is the impact, and this is the attack for 2013 target data breach, right? In 2017, Equifax data breach, right? So they have some vulnerabilities in their Apache struts, right? But they have not patched it, right? So hackers have had that information that they have these vulnerabilities, and this was not patched. So they have exploited that vulnerabilities, and they have, exposed 147 million people's data, right? And that is, they have put it on the dark web and the deep web for that sharing to the other hackers, and they have sold it, and they have do whatever they wanted to do, right? So these are the small things, right? We have to take very, these cybersecurity things very in close manner, that if I have any vulnerabilities in my system, in any servers, my MFA is placed or not, right? So we have to check all the controls which we have in our environment. And in 2018, there was a Facebook data breach, right? So there was an API connection, right? Because most of the things are being used through API now, right? So through API, we are using all the connections to connect over the internet, right? So most of the things are now API based instead of username and password based, right? So those integrations are happening through API. So there were some glitch on the Facebook API security, and the Facebook, the 30 million data was exposed due to that vulnerabilities or the API security breach, and it was sold to the deep web and dark web, right? Or the next is 2020 SolarWinds data breach, right? So SolarWind, if people are not aware, most of the people are from the college background. So SolarWind is a tool which the network companies are using for their monitoring, or sometimes the ITSM tool, incident management tool also. So that was breached in 2020, and there was a vulnerabilities or the supply chain attack, which attackers have added in the time of upgradation of that SolarWind software upgrade, right? So that was happened in 2020, and multiple US government agencies was affected that time, and it was a big question on the supply chain, right? So similar to the Israel and the Iraq somewhere, right? So Israel has added some the bombs, right, in the mobile devices in Iraq or somewhere. I forgot the country name, and then they have controlled everything from there, and they have done the blast from there, right? So the supply chain attack is like in the software upgradation, right? So if something is being upgraded, or some new features are being added, then hackers has the golden opportunity to put their uh, the you can say viruses on those softwares, right? So that way they have done in the 2020 SolarWind data breach. So yeah, I can see one hand is raised. SRK, please.
Yeah, these kind of data breaches, can't we avoid using zero trust based techniques? That is my first question. Second question, how these third party security audits can help the organizations to overcome the various issues. Recently, some insurance companies' data also got breached, right? Star Health Insurance in 2024, some 30 million records are leaked. So, how these kind of audits help these companies to overcome various breaches? Or can it is guaranteed our data is secured, protected, and not leaked?
See, all the aspects are correct, right? So zero trust is also a good thought which you have shared, right? But who will implement this, right? Our infrastructure team will try to. Zero trust is nothing. Zero trust framework is a set of controls. We have to put the controls in our infrastructure, in our firewalls, in our Azure AD, like least privilege, least trust, no trust. Zero trust is fine, right? But who will apply that, right? Sometime most of the industry are trying to go for the zero trust, but there are some exceptions they have to take, right? Because not all the industries are totally up to date from the from the software perspective, from the hardware perspective, right? So that's why they are lacking from most of the things, right? So that's why we have to take the risk acceptance from the companies, or from the clients for which we are working, right? Because they have some risk related data available in their environment. Maybe their server are in rest. Maybe they are using Windows 7. Maybe they are using Windows 10, right? So Windows 10 is obsolete. Windows 7 is obsolete, right? In the server, we can say Windows 2008 is obsolete. 2016 is also 12 is also obsolete, right? But still, most of the companies are using, right? So saying that zero trust can help, yes, totally it can help, but it depends upon the company to company how they are keeping themselves up to date with the updates or the industries, right? So zero trust can do that. Third party TPRM also can do that, right? But again, how we are following, are these things are only in the documents? Are these things only to put the checkbox on the audit reports, or else are we using those controls in that manner which they should be intended, right? If those are not used properly and we have just checked on the MFA checked, but we have some exceptions. We have to 10 15 users who has not MFA, they have exceptions or something like that, right? So that is not zero trust, right? Yeah, I think SRK, you getting this point, right? So
So
same.
can't legal procedures help us to overcome these things? Suppose, for example, last breach, my data was hacked. Again, today also same thing happening from the organization side. As a customer, can't we go and go against the company
Yeah,
legally?
I agree your point. See, it should be a strong governance on the audits, right? Governance should be there, a strong governance on the audit. Suppose some audit are happening. Suppose you are saying that you will go with the zero trust audit. You will go with the TPRM audit. Whatever findings we have through the audit, right? We have to put all the controls, and those controls should be recheck again in every 3 months. It's not like that I have done an audit this year, then I'll be sleeping for 5 years, then I'll be like after 5 years, oh, I have to go for one audit again, and those is only for the checkbox on the Excel sheets, and that is totally fine, right? So strong governance is required from the CISO level or from the CEO level or from the you can say the higher management level. Then only that can be achieved. Otherwise, that will only be in the the Excel sheets, those audits or those TPRM or those GRC related things, and those breaches will be keep happening again and again.
And other than this DPDP Act, any acts available in India?
No, not now, not now. But I have seen people. They are still working on that, right? So because in India, privacy is like a little joke, right? So it's sad to say, but this is the sad reality in India, that privacy is not very crucial for everyone, right? So if I am buying a number from the Airtel company, then from next day I'll be getting a call from Reliance Jio as well, that I have some offer for you and you can buy my Jio SIM, right? In the similar way for the broadband, and similar way from the the other things as well, right? So people are working. The again I said, right, the governance, the top people who are sitting in the governance of the Indian constitutions, right? Those people should have the strong governance and the strong action taken ability to put the controls in a strict manner. Then only these things can be done. Otherwise, the same will happen, right? Similarly, which someone was saying that they got a call that the 2000 rupees need to be transferred to her father, and similarly, I'm also getting 10 to 15 fake calls on the daily basis, right? So the answer is same: strong governance in every aspect, be it the countryside, be it your state side, be it your employer side, be it your any client side. So it should be a strong governance from the higher executive sides that can help on. Yeah, SRK, I hope I answered question.
Yes, Pandey, as you say, it is difficult to debate on all these things. There are so many things.
Correct, correct.
Thank you, Pandey.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so this is the attack method in the data breaches, right? So phishing, mostly phishing is the most contributor in the data breaches. The second one is malware, like they are just putting some viruses and they are collecting our data, right? So now this is a kind of building a threat intelligence program, right? So as I've already said that we have to go for the open internet tools, and then we have some premium tools as well from where we can gather the data. We can gather those IUP, IOCs data, and we can put those IOCs in our existing SOC tools like EDR, SIM, or maybe other SOAR tools to analyze against the logs which are coming in the environment, right? So that will help us in the internal and as well as in the dark web monitoring if anything is available over the internet. The threat intelligence, the benefit which we were talking about, right? The proactive or the faster response, right? So in proactive defense, we will prevent those attacks before they happen, right? And in the faster response, we will help or identify or mitigate the threats more efficiently, right? So which we have already discussed. Threat intelligence sharing, right? So multiple threat intelligence platforms are there, or most of the vendors are also sharing the threat intelligence data. And we have some open source threat intelligence platform as well, MISP, if anyone has heard, MISP. So MISP is also a open source threat intelligence data that can be you can install in your system in any of the open source to the operating system like your Windows or Linux or Ubuntu or anything. So that can be done. That MISP can be done, and you can get the IUCs, hashes, or these data from their itself, and that all data is available freely. Active defense and the threat intelligence, right? So predicting attacks. So active defense leverages intelligence to anticipate and block cyber attacks. These similar way which we were discussing about other preventive kind of things, like how okay. The honeypots, deception technology to confuse attackers and gain valuable intelligence, right? So we can put the honeypots as well in our environment. If someone is trying to steal something data or someone is trying to crawl some data, so what honeypot will do, honeypot will get those attackers related information, and which can help us to put the control against those attackers before they are trying to attack us. Yeah. So now machine learning. Machine learning is all about like the data, right? So if I have the data lake of the threat intelligence, or we have more data, then only this machine learning can help, where we can automate our actions according to the threat intelligence data which we have available, right? So it will help in the automation. It will help in the predictive analysis, because if the data is already available in our SOC tools like SIM, EDR, or any other tools, that will be popping up with the alerts in the advanced manner. Yeah. A threat intelligence tool, which I've already told you, that MISP is the open source threat intelligence tool. You can search over the internet MISP, and MISP will give you a vast knowledge like how the open source threat intelligence tool can be used. You can also use for the industries as well. That is open source tool you can get, that is free, but 5% false positive will be there. It's not like you can say that 100% accurate data is there, but 95% accurate and 5% false is there, because I have also used this MISP for last 5-6 years. So this is my experience, but yeah, if you have more any experience, you can just tell us. Recorded Future is the premium tool. I have already mentioned one tool, so you can purchase Recorded Future for your company or for your clients, where Recorded Future can help you according to your requirement, right? So they can provide you the data breach, they can provide you advanced, the phishing related campaign, they can provide you any gossips related to your company or your industries in the dark web. So, or maybe you can say,
हाँ गलती साहब मतलब अच्छी हल्की सी बिना तेल वेल के भी
okay. Now, the threat intelligence in the incident response, right? So if we have incident response team, IR team for any of the alerts or for the incident, so that will help in the early identification, which will quickly identify the nature of an attack through the IOCs which we are having, and we can quickly mitigate those threat. Yeah. And the next one is the mitigation. They provide actionable data for the swift mitigation for the security incident. Threat intelligence for vulnerability management. Again, the breach which we were talking about, the Equifax, where there is one vulnerability in the Apache server. So if any vulnerability is there, any 0 days vulnerability is there, or any kind of critical vulnerability is there, that also can be prioritized, and this can be patched as soon as possible before any attacker is, getting the access of your environment. Or else, if that patch is not available for that vulnerability, we can put additional controls which someone was trying to say me before, that firewall hardening, or server hardening, or some other kind of things, right? So if there is any 0-day patches, that we can have those hardening, or those steps can be taken to mitigate this. So I have one question. Can anyone please tell me what is 0-day attack?
An attack performed on the same day as the update is released.
Okay. Any other things you want to add?
Which
It
target software
explores.
Sorry, come again.
Sir, which targets a software vulnerability?
Okay. SRK, are you saying something?
It attacks previously unknown attacks,
Okay. So
previously unknown vulnerabilities.
So yeah, 0 days is like that. There is already that is unknown attack, and there is no any patch available for that time period, right? So that's why it is a 0-day, and this is a critical kind of things, right? So every time if 0-day is there, that will be very critical, and if you have any 0 days related vulnerabilities, you have to patch it. Or if the patch is not available, or any threat actor information is available, the IOCs which I was talking about, IP hashes or domain, you have to block it in your perimeter devices to reduce, exposure, reduce to expose your that particular device which have that vulnerability present.
It happened for Zoom also in 2021.
Correct. Yeah.
And Mac users, they have overtaken the Zoom application.
Correct. So threat intelligence in compliances, we were talking about GRC, sometimes. So GDPR is there. So GDPR help organization comply with the privacy regulation by protecting user data, right? PCI DSS is also there to which organization are using the payment related things. So these are just the things which SRK was discussing with me, kind of zero trust or TPRM or audits, or the compliance related things. So GDPR has some controls. We have to put those controls in our environment, and the same for the PCI DSS. We have a set of controls, and we have to put those controls in our environment to comply with these, regularities. If we will not comply, then definitely in not India, but outside of the India, we have a very heavy penalties. So we have to pay money, or we have to, pay that penalty to, those government agencies who are owning these regulations, right? So, but unfortunately, that is not very much being, followed in India, but in other countries, this is there. Yeah, these are the key takeaways for you, like the threat intelligence essential for identifying and mitigating cyber threats, sharing intelligence across organizations, enhance the defenses, right? So this is the conclusion from my side, that threat intelligence is the critical tool in protecting organizations from various cyber threats. And integrating threat intelligence into cyber strategy is key for proactive defense, right? So every time I'm using the proactive word, right? So the proactive way of, doing the cyber security. This is the key of this cyber threat intelligence. Yeah, that's all from my side. If anyone have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
If anyone have any question, please ask.
Pandey, is it possible to share your LinkedIn profile link so that we can connect you?
Yeah, sure. I just give me 1 second.
Sir, I do have a question. From where I can get the link for this particular session, like recorded link, and for the previous two sessions as well.
Manoj, you are a student of UOU, Uttarakhand Open University.
Yes.
We will post
No,
the
sorry,
record.
I believe it is from IGNU.
Okay. We will provide you the link over the that platform also.
Which platform? Actually, I'm
Uh,
connected through email or through WhatsApp now.
we will connect with you over the email.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much.
If anyone have any question, please ask. I think there is no question. Someone post a question in the chat box. Please, sir, address this question if possible.
Okay. Let me read it out from the top.
Srinivas having a question. Please address this question.
How Ghost ChatGPT is helping hackers to create threats? How the security Yeah, this is the same, right? So now ChatGPT is very, handy for everyone, right? So you can write to ChatGPT that just create a phishing email, just create a phishing mail ID, or you can create those phishing related things, right? So these GPTs are very now very helpful as well as the dangerous for the environment, right? So it depends like how we are using and how we are putting our controls in place, right? So the answer is you have to put all your control in place. You cannot stop anyone to use internet. You cannot stop anyone to use the dark web or the deep web or anything, right? You have to be very vigilant, or you have to be, if you are a working professional, your controls should be placed properly and your devices should be up to date and well patched. Srinivas, I hope.
One question is from Rudra Pandey, I think. Please address this question also.
Nmap explanation. Nmap is like monitoring the network, right? So Nmap has so many commands, right? So that is used for mostly reconnaissance in the first stage, right? Suppose I got Uttarakhand Open University, website or maybe the IP address from the internet, right? So through Nmap, I can scan what all ranges they have, how what all publicly data they have exposed to the internet, how the publicly the ports are exposed. So all these informations you can get from the Nmap.
Sir, there is some question in the chat box also. Please.
How do bug bounty program help reduce zero-day threats? Yes, zero definitely. I agree with this statement, because now most of the companies are doing this bug bounty kind of things in for their websites or for their companies, right? So the bug bounty program is helping those industries to invite those security researchers who are doing research on their websites and providing all the vulnerabilities or all the gaps which they have, and then they are paying a good amount of money to those security researchers. So definitely bug bounty program is a very good solution. Instead of facing the security breach after 5-6 months, we can have a bug bounty program to mitigate those risks, well and before. I can see one question: how can we identify whether a link is a phishing or not, right? So phishing link are okay. So you can just go to your browser, or I'll share my screen. Wait a minute. How many have heard virus total? Have anyone heard virus total?
Yes, sir, I've heard.
Okay. So virus total is a very, very good tool, right? So uh, share. Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, so suppose I have, as you have asked, right? So how to check the phishing email or phishing URL or something. So you have to just type virustotal.com. So there are multiple options, right? So suppose any file is malicious and you want to uh, do the analysis of that file, right? So you have two ways. Either you click on choose file, you can just, you can add the file here, and you can start the investigation from here, right? So it is asking me to go to the something like that, right? So I have to go to the path where my file is there. I'll put it, and it will start the analysis of that file, right? In the same way in the URL, right? So suppose I want to check facebook.com, right? Suppose I'm just giving you an example, right? So it will search it and it will give me the answer here, right? So it is saying that 0 by 97. So what is 0 and what is 97? 97 are the security search engines from different vendors, right? So it AbuseX, Acronix, Admin Labs, AI Labs, Alien Vault. These are all labs, right? In these labs, there are so many threat intelligence data is available, right? So if Facebook is malicious or something like that, suppose Facebook data is available as a malicious in AbuseX, right? Then answer should be 1 by 97. currently Facebook is clean for all those engines or the labs. So it is showing as clean, right? So similarly, you can put it for the domain as well. Suppose I'll put a search here. I'll say uou.com. Right? So UOU was searched over the 94 and found clean in every environment. So maybe it is a different UOU. I'm not sure. So yeah. So if you will see, you can check the past detail as well, right? So suppose someone said that no, in 2019 there was one IP which was available related to UOU was vulnerable, right? Suppose there is someone has said in 2018 there are 8 engines which were involved in the UOU was malicious. Someone is saying that on 13th 9 2018 4 these IPs are malicious and these are malicious, right? So this way you can check, right? So suppose you have to check for any IP, right? So I'll click here, I'll do copy, I'll go here and I'll paste it, right? So I'll do a search for this IP. I'm just giving you an example like how a malicious IP looks like, right? So this is the malicious IP, right? So it will look like this. It will show some red colors. With red colors, it will show that in how many engines it is showing, malicious, right? So it is showing that this IP is malicious in Alpha Mountain.ai, Bitdefender, CRDF, GData, Viper, WebRoot, Sophos, CY Radar, and Bitdefender, right? So the way I was saying, right, the threat intelligence data sharing. Suppose CRDF has received this IP as malicious. So it has shared to everyone. If someone will search this IP, it will be shown malicious to everyone, right? So this is the things like this. Sharing the threat intelligence data will help others to be more vigilant, right? So this way we can check. Any link, if anyone have any phishing link or anything, you can just try searching this virus total. That is available in your mobile, that is available in your web or laptop, anywhere you can just search it, right? So you can do it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Or I have one more tool, MX Toolbox, right? So MX Toolbox. This is mainly being used for email or kind of lookup, where we can just check the email entries, DNS entries, if those DNS are being used properly, if those are blacklisted, whitelisted, something like that, right? So suppose I'll again put it uou.com. So it will do a lookup on the DNS. It will try to give me some DNS record. So it is the CNAME. It is showing that this thing, right? So you can just check it from here. Domain uou.com. If you click on uou, it will give you a little more idea, like how it was configured, and if something is there. Canonical name is C, something is like that. So this way you can check, right? So suppose I'll put example here, gmail.com. So it's for Gmail, it will give you some IP addresses, right? So how DNS work, right? So DNS is a domain name system. Domain name system means one URL will be bind with some IP addresses or one IP addresses, right? So Gmail is bind with these IP addresses. You can check these IP addresses, data, how these IP addresses are working. You can just click on the IP addresses. You will get more detail about this IP address. So this is the domain name. The TTL is 60 minutes, right? So these are the tools, right? So it can help you in the reverse lookup as well, or it will help you in the forward lookup as well. You can just click over here in the drop down button. You will have so many other options here. just to check the blacklist check, DNS lookup, MX email server if you want to search for any email, any who is lookup, right? Who is lookup is like simple. Suppose you want to check the who is lookup for this IP. So it will give you the IP address, the domain name, what is all these things, right? Or how those IPs are associated, what is the domain name, right? So all these things will be added. Yeah. So this can be checked for the email related things. Yeah. Yes. So these are the two tools which we also use frequently in our day-to-day work in our organizations, and those are freely available. Anyone can use it. It's not like we have to pay anything. Those are freeware, and those API are also available for the automation as well. So suppose you have any, uh, suppose Sri was saying, right? Sorry, SRK was saying that they have Sentinel, Defender, or something like that, right? So those APIs are also can be integrated with VirusTotal, and for one day, like I believe 500 or 2500 free API connections are available, where those vulnerability related information can be extracted automatically in your SIM tool. You do not need to go to, do not need to copy from SIM tool and put it here like this, right? Log.eoe.com or the IP addresses. It can be automated automatically there, and those repetitions will be getting there automatically. Yeah. So this is all about this one.
Ghanshyam sir, the last question you have to address is by Anamika Johri. Please see in the chat box. This is the last question, then we will end up this session.
Yeah, ChatGPT already, the owner of ChatGPT has said yesterday. I was just reading over the news, that portal, that the ChatGPT data is not secure. If you are sharing any personal related things, that you will be responsible for that, right? So if you are sharing any personal things, if you are talking to ChatGPT related your personal issues, your professional issues, your anything related to that, so that is not private, and if that will be leaked, then you will be also responsible for that, right? So ChatGPT is not taking any responsibility for any of the data which we are putting there.
I think you have addressed lots of queries. Now there is no query in the chat box. Thank you, sir, for this informative session. Now I have called my colleague, Ms. Himani, to say few words and say thanks to you. Himani ma'am.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
You're audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you on behalf of the School of Computer Science and IT, Uttarakhand Open University. I extend my heartfelt thanks for the successful conduct of the third industry connected lecture. A very special thanks to घनश्याम sir, जिन्होंने अपने बिजी शेड्यूल से हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला और हमें हमसे इंडस्ट्री की प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज को शेयर किया। आपने हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को थ्रेट इंटेलिजेंस, साइबर रिस्क के बारे में बताया तथा साथ ही साथ इसकी जो डिफेंस स्ट्रेटजीज है उसके बारे में स्टूडेंट से विस्तार पूर्वक चर्चा करी। सर, आपका जो ये एक्सपीरियंस और आपकी जो नॉलेज है ये हमारे लिए बहुत प्रेरणादायक है। इस सेशन से हमारे लर्नर्स की जो थ्योरेटिकल लर्निंग है और उसमें और जो इंडस्ट्री की एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, ये जो सेशन है उसके लिए एक ब्रिज की तरह है। हम घनश्याम सर से उम्मीद करते हैं कि वो हमें ऐसे ही भविष्य पे ऐसे ही हमारा मार्गदर्शन करते रहे और अपने बिजी शेड्यूल से हमारे लिए टाइम निकाल सके। साथ ही हमारे लर्नर्स का भी धन्यवाद, जिनकी सक्रिय सहभागिता से हम इस सेशन को प्रभावशाली बना सके। Once again, thank you all for being a part of this informative session on threat intelligence. Stay alert, stay secure. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू घनश्याम सर। मैं सबसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगी, प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में अपनी आज के सेशन की फीडबैक प्लीज जरूर शेयर करें। आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस था इस सेशन के लिए, तो जाने से पहले प्लीज एक अच्छी सी कमेंट या जो भी आपका फीडबैक है वो आप चैट बॉक्स में प्लीज पोस्ट कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू घनश्याम सर फॉर दिस इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन। वी विल connect with you in near future for more with more sessions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
सर आप लॉग आउट कर सकते हैं, और बाकी जो हमारे वो हैं पार्टिसिपेंट हैं, मैं उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि अपना फीडबैक एक नोट के थ्रू आप चैट बॉक्स में दें ताकि हम उसको रिकॉर्ड कर सकें।
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone. It was very.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
प्लीज मीटिंग लीव करने से पहले चैट बॉक्स में अपनी कमेंट, अपना फीडबैक देके जाएं।